In the summer of 1764, the remote hills of Gévaudan in southern France became the scene of a relentless hunt. The first known victim, 14-year-old Jeanne Boulet, was found savaged beyond recognition in late June. Her death marked the beginning of a terror that would grip the region for 3 years. By its end in 1767, more than 100 people had been attacked, most with fatal results. Soon after Boulet's killing, reports spread of a monstrous, wolf-like predator emerging from the forests. It struck at farmers in their fields and shepherds tending their flocks, preying especially on women and children in the open pastures. Survivors spoke of an animal with coarse reddish fur, a dark streak along its back, and a size far beyond any normal wolf. Many bodies were discovered with throats ripped open or worse, grisly evidence that suggested the creature was no ordinary beast. Panic took hold. Parents kept children indoors, and workers carried weapons to the fields. The local authorities organized hunts, but the predator seemed to vanish as easily as it appeared. In January 1765, a group of children led by a boy named Jacques Portefaix fought off the creature by standing together. Their courage earned the attention of King Louis XV, who dispatched royal hunters to end the bloodshed. A veteran wolf hunting team arrived first, scouring the countryside without success. They were soon replaced by the king's huntmaster, François Antoine. In September 1765, Antoine killed a massive wolf thought to be the culprit. Its carcass was sent to Versailles, and the hunter was celebrated as a hero. For a moment, the attacks ceased, only to return within months. From December 1765 through 1766, new victims fell in the same brutal fashion. Whether the original predator had survived or another had taken its place, the result was the same. The royal court, convinced the threat was gone, offered no further help. The task fell back to local leadership. The Marquist capturer organized determined hunts with his villagers, culminating in June 1767, when hunter Jean Chastel brought down a large wolf-like animal. After his shot, the killings stopped. Some accounts claimed the body was open to reveal human remains inside, grim confirmation that the right creature had been slain. In total, the death toll may have reached 100, making the so-called Beast of Gévaudan one of the most lethal predators recorded in European history. Yet its identity remains uncertain. Many believed it was no ordinary wolf, but something more sinister. Witness descriptions conflicted. Some insisted it looked like an enormous wolf. Others spoke of features unlike any animal they knew. This ambiguity fueled theories that persist to this day. The most accepted explanation points to wolves. Though rare, wolf attacks on humans did occur in 18th century France, and Gévaudan was surrounded by wolf-dense wilderness. The method of attack: throats torn out, fits known wolf behavior. Several unusually large wolves were killed during the hunts, leading some to think the beast was actually more than one animal. Another variation suggests a wolf-dog hybrid bred for size and aggression. Other theories reach further afield. Some propose an escaped exotic animal, perhaps a young lion or a striped hyena. A lion without a full mane could match reports of a tawny coat, tufted tail, and immense strength. A hyena's build and striped back would fit many. Eyewitness accounts: wealthy individuals and traveling circuses did keep such animals at the time, and an escape is conceivable, though no records of one exist. More speculative ideas venture into human or supernatural territory. One tale claimed a man trained a large mastiff to attack, possibly armored to look monstrous. Others swore the predator was a cursed creature, a werewolf, or something demonic. None of these notions were ever proven. What roamed the hills of Gévaudan between 1764 and 1767 remains a mystery. Whether an unusually aggressive wolf, a hybrid, an exotic escapee, or something beyond explanation, the beast left behind a legacy of fear and an enigma that history has never solved. Trial of the Beast. The first recorded werewolf witch trials did not begin quietly. They erupted out of fear, rumor, and blood. In 15th century Europe, whispers of human predators wearing the skin of wolves spread through villages already haunted by famine, disease, and war. These were no ordinary wolves, the stories claimed, but men and women who had bargained with the devil, trading their souls for the power to hunt in the dark. In 1428, in the Alpine valleys of Valais, such whispers became accusations, and accusations became death sentences. Officials claimed certain villagers could call down storms, blight crops, and slip into the shape of a wolf to tear apart their neighbors. Hundreds were condemned, many burned, their possessions seized by local lords. The pattern was clear: those without family or protection, those whose deaths left land to be claimed, were most likely to be named as wolf witches. From these mountains, the fear spread. By the 16th and 17th centuries, trials accusing people of both witchcraft and lycanthropy reached their height. In the courts, there was no real distinction. A werewolf was simply a witch in another form. Demonology handbooks placed them alongside witches and spirits, and inquisitors treated their confessions the same way. Judges like Henry Boguet in France wrote of defendants snarling and crouching like beasts in the dock, taking this as proof of satanic transformation. The stories told under interrogation rarely differed. The accused spoke of meeting a shadowed stranger, always in black, who offered a salve, a potion, or a wolf's pelt. With it came the ability to run on 4 legs, attend midnight gatherings, and hunt as a predator. Whether these tales were born of belief, coercion, or both, they became the official record. The climate that fed these trials was one of chaos. Wolves roamed the countryside, sometimes attacking livestock or lone travelers. When bodies were found mutilated, the leap from wolf to werewolf was a small one. Religious leaders, both Catholic and Protestant, used such fears to stamp out what they saw as lingering pagan customs, especially in remote or recently Christianized regions. Mass panic could take hold in days. A strange howl in the forest, a neighbor's unexplained absence, or the disappearance of animals might be enough to set an entire village whispering. Soon, pamphlets and sermons painted werewolves as ever-present threats, prowling just beyond the firelight. Some cases still stand out for their brutality. In 1521, Burgundy, 2 shepherds, Pierre Bergot and Michael Verdun, confessed to receiving an ointment from a man in black and using it to hunt as wolves. They admitted to killing both strangers and neighbors. Both were burned alive, along with an alleged accomplice. In 1589, Bedburg, Germany, Peter Stump's trial became infamous. Accused of a quarter-century of murders, he confessed under torture to owning a magic belt from the devil that let him take wolf form. His execution was staged to shock. Broken on the wheel, beheaded, and his head mounted on a pike for all to see. In Livonia, in 1692, the werewolf panic took a strange turn. Theus of Kaltenbrunn, an 80-year-old peasant, freely admitted to being a werewolf, but claimed he was a hound of God, fighting demons in hell to protect his people's harvests. His defiance spared him execution. He was whipped and banished instead. By the end of the 17th century, the madness began to fade. The Enlightenment's rationalism spread, and the idea that Satan could literally turn humans into wolves lost its grip on the courts. What had once been treated as proof of sorcery came to be seen as illness, superstition, or the product of torture. Though far less common than standard witch trials, the werewolf prosecutions left behind a legacy of fear, folklore, and confessions that straddled the line between myth and history, a reminder of the power a story can hold when the world is ready to believe it.